YouTube. What's good, man? Welcome back to another Erratic video, man. Welcome back to the channel, man. Listen, I'm not on my P's and Q's. I'm finna act a fool. We ain't on our best behavior right now. Man, as you can see, I got the top 12 performers from the 2025 NFL Scouting Combine, man. So if you don't know, we got some key players going into the NFL this year, man. You know what I'm saying? We got the Sanders. We got my boy Ashton Jenny. Man, we just got some top perform elite and people about to mess up the NFL, man. And I just want to see what we got here. The people I don't know, I want to see what they got. I want to see some real work. I want to see some dedication. I want to see some drive, nigga. I'm a scout myself. We're going to scout these people out. So without further ado, man, let's get into the video.
Impressions of the Combine.
Well, look, we can go through some guys and some groups that really stood out to me, and I'll start with what we saw today with Armand Membo from Missouri.
Armand
I love it
Membo.
when guys have opportunities to compete.
You know that nigga going to the field. You know that nigga going to the league. His name is Membo. Membo. He ain't going out without a fight. Anybody that's in Africa, they don't fuck around. You know what I'm saying? They're going to the league, or else they got to go back. And they ain't trying to go back. Membo.
He's in the mix to be the top overall offensive lineman. He shows up here at over 330 pounds.
God damn, it's an offensive lineman, fool?
In a very loud, fast.
Nigga just ran a 4.9. What the brick? Armand Membo. God dang, that nigga fast.
40 at 4.91.
Okay.
With a phenomenal field workout. So he entered into this process as my 18th overall.
Bro, it's too fast, bro.
Going north, not south.
You are too big to be that fast, son.
He's someone at that size to be able to move around like he does. The question was guard, tackle. He's going to be a tackle, and he's going to be a very high pick when we get to that draft in Green Bay. Continue to look at him go through the rest of his drills here as we go through some other guys that stood out throughout the week. Jahad Campbell from Alabama. Stacy was talking about him just a little bit ago. I think he's the best off-the-ball linebacker in this class with the ability, if you want him to rush off the edge. That's what he was in high school. That's what he arrived at Alabama. Everything he did, look how
Okay.
How athletic he is, how explosive he is.
Oh yeah, he a dog. He got that dog mentality.
Look at someone like Edgerrin Cooper, the impact he had right away last year with the Green Bay Packers. I think what we saw this week from Jahad Campbell was just as impressive, and he's going to be ready to come right out the gates and have an impact at the next level.
Some great drills here, and of course all the bells and whistles that our stupendous production team here.
Hold up. Bro literally took 3 steps and ended all the way over there. Oh, he's in the field. He's going to the field.
Of course, all the bells and whistles that our stupendous production team.
That nigga's going to the NFL.
The Combine have just checking
look
on
at him move.
Jahad Campbell
With the tracer on him as well, gives you a little smiley face there. A couple Texas guys that really popped. We had Coach Sark with us up here in the booth, and he said it's speed is something.
4.3 is amazing.
That was on full display. Matthew Golden, I think, is one of the best receivers in this class. He's a lock to be a first-round pick. He goes out and rips off a 4.30. And then Barron, who I have.
Bro, he looked like he finna take the fuck off.
The top corner in this class as a nickel.
Woo, he fast.
If you want him to stay outside,
A 4.4?
that can be arranged at 4.4.
Why it look like other dude was way slower than him, bro?
Flat, plenty fast enough. So a couple Longhorns absolutely flying. And then the position as a whole that stood out, we talked about it what feels like a month ago, but these running backs, Omarion Hampton amongst others, with the Ohio State backs.
A little sticky.
Judkins as well. It's a deep group. The vast majority of them worked out, and they were very impressive, Rich.
Trevor Etienne. Here we go. Travis's bro.
Yeah, he's
Got
definitely
it done.
ran even a little bit faster than everyone expected. Wasn't totally healthy this year, but showed what he can do when he's
Devontae Edwards.
Donovan Edwards did not.
You know, a nigga with dreads is going to the league every single time.
The year that he wanted, but a monster 23, and this was a nice way to kind of.
I mean, that's his forte right there.
The athleticism and being able to kind of get through the final part of this process well. That's a big deal. It's Caleb Johnson here from Iowa.
Yo, I know that drill is like tricky as hell.
ran in the 4.5s, didn't blow you away with the 40, but caught the ball well, had a good overall field workout. I think he's 45 to 60 is when he ends up coming off the board. But plenty of running.
You got to stay in bounds, son. Stay in bounds.
I think he's 45 to 60 is when he ends up coming off the board.
Yeah, he could have stayed in bounds.
But plenty of running backs to choose from in this class.
Turned out to be the fastest running back group we've ever seen since, well, I mean, 2003. That's when we first came here. That's why we always have that as a line of demarcation. Fastest running back group since 2003, and led by 5 big dudes today who ran sub 540s. The offensive line group for the second straight year had 5 different guys run sub 540s, but those guys helped lead to deliver an average time of 5.13 on the 40-yard dash. It's the fastest offensive line group that we've ever seen here at the Combine. So bigger, stronger, faster. It does appear to be that case every single year. The quarterback group that we did see out there spin it and work out, your impression of that, Dan?
Yeah, we didn't see the top 2 guys there with Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders go through the workout. That's something that's really been kind of commonplace over the last decade. But we did see some other guys really compete and show some promise and some ups. 42nd as there was in the entire group.
Oh, we got a white guy. He's going to the league. He has a mullet.
Third quarterback. I believe he's my 42nd overall player. But in that mix, early second round, and I thought the relaxed way that he conducted himself, so I'm just chewing on some gum and letting it rip with some beautiful deep
That was a good throw.
balls, which he was very accustomed to throwing there with Lane Kiffin and that Ole Miss offense as our Hall of Famer Kurt Warner was looking on. Quinn Ewers, yeah, had the oblique injury.
Good throw. Good throw.
Talking about that, wasn't totally healthy, just tried to fight through it. Coming down the stretch for Texas, I thought he spun the ball pretty well, had a really solid workout, real clean footwork. I know Kurt.
That's a good throw.
What he saw with Quinn Ewers. Will Howard, the McAfee quarterback.
That's a good throw.
Yes.
Had a nice day. First of all, he's big. You can see it with his presence. The ball.
God damn, nigga, you supposed to be on the fuck. You a linebacker, nigga.
Able to deliver a couple really nice out routes. Deep ball is a little bit up and down, a little bit inconsistent, but with him, you just really want to see the ball, how it came out of his hands, and threw it well. Is in the mix. Have an opportunity there on day number 2 to hear his name.
That was a good. That's good. Hey, that's good route running, son.
Mix.
That's good route running.
There on day number 2 to hear his.
He stayed in bounds.
Once we get to the draft, here he is, big number 7, who is eliciting a lot of cheers and a lot of response from a very pro-Ohio State crowd here in Indianapolis.
And so a fun day with the quarterbacks. Let's have a little bit of interesting conversation. Somebody.
Is that it? Man, we ain't see my boy Shedeur. That's tough. I thought we was gonna see my boy Shedeur. All right, man. That's it for this video. If y'all like these sports videos, just let me know. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe on my video, man. And I'm gonna see you on the next one. We out.